Damn it. Who the fuck are you?
It's the Rockin' Metal Revival!
That's Gina. Well, tell Gina I'm gonna strangle her at the table.
Drink it up!
Hey, she's my best friend. You touch her, you're gonna go through me first. Who the fuck are you? I'll kill you and kill her with your fucking dead body.
Welcome to the show!
Horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. I am me, he is you, and we are all together.
I'm the walrus.
How you doing, brother?
Feeling like shit.
That's because winter's got here.
I know.
Hasn't snowed yet, but my whole body hurts, and ugh.
Yeah, not good.
We shouldn't have been such fools when we were younger.
Yeah, we should have just moved.
Speaking of people being fools when they're younger,
yeah.
Did you see that article about that guy eating ass at that concert in Georgia?
I saw the picture. It was pretty gross. You'd figure they'd probably have a concession stand somewhere where you could actually get food. I mean, how long did that concert last where you have to eat somebody's ass just to fucking survive?
I don't know.
Bad.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Is that one of those pink tacos that they keep advertising?
I don't know if he was eating that taco. I think he was eating the chocolate, the dessert.
Down the old Hershey Highway.
Yikes.
Anyways, on today's show, we've got Chris from the band Like a Storm. And we've seen them a couple of times. They've been with Steel Panther.
Yeah, opening for Steel Panther.
What's that great instrument that you like so much?
The didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo. We'll talk about that coming up next hour.
That big, long, black thing that they blow on. It's kind of... we don't want to go there, man. It's a dirty show already.
Exactly.
Eating ass and long black things.
Blowing
on.
All right, so we're going to get off those subjects. And why don't we kick the show off with a little Boba Flex? I'm going to go see them December 5th.
Oh, yeah?
Looking forward to that.
Sweet.
This is from their new CD called Anything That Moves, and we agree with that motto.
Yeah.
This is Mama, Don't Take My Drugs Away. There's Michael Schenker and Attack of the Mad Axeman on Rockin' Metal Revival. Dude, I love that song live.
Yeah. Better watch out, man. Might cut you.
Hopefully they're going to go back in the studio and do another Temple of Rock album real soon. I like that band, dude.
Yeah. They're pretty fucking good, man.
Hey, have you ever listened to the Robin McCauley remakes of the...
No, I haven't found it yet. I haven't listened to it.
I haven't seen it either. I've heard the article about it. But
Anytime, yeah.
Yeah, hey, big news. Guns N' Roses. Hear about that?
You think they're getting together.
They say, that's what they say. What do you think?
I'm ignoring it. I could care less.
Dude, I mean, you and I talked about this on the phone the other night. It's kind of like...
You saw them when they were young and hungry.
Oh, I saw it when it was the original.
Now you want to see them when they're fat and lazy? No. It's gonna suck, and it's gonna be all backing tracks because fucking Axl can't sing.
Yeah.
And, no, it's not worth it.
Because when I saw him, Steven Adler was still playing drums for him.
Yeah, because they're going to be charging up the ass for this, too.
Yeah. But,
not interested at all.
Like I said, I saw them when they were young and hungry, when it was, Appetite for Destruction, and it was Fuck Everybody, and, they were a good band, man.
Yeah.
I dug, but it's kind of like the Who going out with just Roger Daltrey and
calling themselves the Who still.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Or Bobby Blotzer going out as Rat.
Yeah, or Warren DeMartini going out as Rat.
Or
they're fighting about
Juan
it now.
Cousier going out as Rat.
Yeah. Or
you know what the fuck? We should go out as Rat.
Hell yeah. We weren't ever in the band, but I guess that doesn't matter.
Hey, this week you became a multimedia mogul, having an interview and everything. What was it like being on the other end of the interview?
That was sucked, man.
Did it?
No, it wasn't too bad.
It was cool?
Yeah, wasn't too bad. They're going to be talking to you, too.
Yeah, so I can talk about you.
Yeah. So, because all I did was talk about you the whole time.
Oh, excellent. So this is going to be a great story.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when it's online. We'll post it on Facebook for everybody to read. Yeah. Good toilet reading.
Yes.
So coming up, we've got Chris from the band Like a Storm. And like I said, we've seen them a couple times. Didgeridoo. We got to get one here in the studio.
Yeah.
It won't be enough cowbell. We'll have to play the didgeridoo.
Yeah, there you go.
So
I'm okay with that.
Well, I've been going through all the lists of songs, of albums that we got for the best of 2015.
Yeah.
And then I got an email from Chris Aiken. I guess we're going to be on their show again doing the top 15 countdown.
We have to do 15, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. We did 10 last time.
I know, but I told them we could count higher than that, so they're challenging us.
Man, you shouldn't have did that, man.
I know.
I can get to 11.
Can you?
Yeah.
I'll help you.
I got something that goes to 11.
To 11? Yeah. Nice. All right. So coming up, we've got news of the weird and news you can't use. But right now, I dug deep for this one. Ugly Kid Joe from their CD Menace to Sobriety.
Not like the guy who was eating
No,
ass.
not like that. He was digging deep, too.
Yikes.
All right, this is Jesus Rode a Harley on Rock and Metal Revival. There's Tesla and Thank You on Rock and Metal Revival. A little cover of some old Zeppelin there, brother.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I thought that was an original.
No. They wish it was an original.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm looking forward to some new Tesla. You know they're on a tour with Def Leppard and Styx. I think I might go just see Tesla and leave.
Yeah. That would be all right.
I've seen the new Styx. They're okay. But Def Leppard's doing that love ballad shit.
Yeah, I'm
Can't
not
do
into
that.
them at all. Their album sold pretty well, though.
Did it?
Yeah, they made it into the top 10.
Really?
Yeah, which is really, I don't know.
That's just
because people bought it before they listened to any of it.
Well, was it one of those Walmart albums where they were only available at Walmart? So what
Maybe.
number like
and
Kiss
shipped a million right off the bat.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know.
AC/DC and Kiss and
Yeah.
Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses. All right, so time for News of the Weird, and we're going to start out with this one's kind of weird. Really weird.
Is it?
Senior stash drug-filled Kinder Egg in vagina for jailed son.
Nice. Kinder Egg. What's a Kinder?
I don't know. The worst kind of Kinder surprise.
Yeah.
It says a Spanish senior tried to smuggle drugs into her jailed son by stashing them inside a Kinder Surprise plastic casing. Oh, it's one of them plastic eggs.
Those little plastic eggs, yeah.
Yeah, which she then hid in her vag.
Only one? She probably could have got a dozen up there.
Listen here, the 73-year-old retiree, 73, she's sticking a big egg up her vag. Who is not?
Oh, there's a picture for you. Yeah, put that on your fridge.
Yeah, think about that. Who has not yet been named was busted as she passed through security at the prison. She was standing in line waiting to be frisked when she became anxious and decided to remove the package.
Oh,
hold
on.
It was handed over to guards and found contained small doses of cocaine and heroin, some tranquilizer pills, and euros, around $21 in cash.
Oh, nice, nice. Some cash and some drugs. And yeah, cool.
That's a mom who loves her son, there.
That's a mother's love right
That's
there.
all. That's a Thanksgiving story. We should have saved that one.
We should have.
Accused underwear thief arrested in Portland.
It wasn't me then, because I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't steal underwear, though.
The suspect's jacket had 2 pairs of panties, maxi pads, and a large Bowie knife.
Maxi pads, Bowie knife. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing with a Bowie knife?
Officials say a Portland man was arrested for breaking into a neighbor's home and stealing the woman's underwear. The Oregonian, whatever, report said David Kowach, 24, told police that he had thought about breaking into his neighbor's home many times just to see if he could get away with it. He reportedly did early on Sunday. The couple living there chased him out and called the cops.
Well, he didn't get away with it.
This ain't your buddy Jerry, is it?
It might be. I wonder. Well, if he doesn't get Iron Maiden, somebody from Iron Maiden for our show, it was him.
It was him, yeah.
It was him, and we're going to spread it all across the internet.
All across, and if it's on the internet, you know it's true.
You know it's true. Yeah, they can't.
Bonjour.
Yeah, they can't put it on the internet.
It's not true, yeah.
All those memes are true.
Yeah. All right. Help wanted supermarket Christmas light untangler. This would be a good job for you, dude.
I was thinking I could do that.
Candidates must be passionate about Christmas, and you've already got Christmas music playing here in the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Jingle balls, jingle balls.
Is that Rated X Christmas album?
Yeah.
That's disgusting,
good
ain't
stuff.
it?
Yeah, it is. It's really not worth listening to. It's really not.
It's the D. Snyder Christmas album at Jerry's house. Have you ever thought about untangling Christmas lights as a professional level? You might be able to get a higher calling. If so, Tesco Supermarkets has the perfect job.
Wow. See, I'd be all into that. That would be good.
Where the hell's Tesco Supermarkets?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a British chain.
Oh, it's in Britain. Okay, of course they don't know how to untangle anything.
Okay, now they're looking for an enthusiastic person to detangle Christmas lights for needy customers this holiday season.
Oh,
that's a good
special.
service.
Yeah,
That is weird.
I got some cats who'll tangle them up for you.
That's true. I got a cat that'll chew through them for you.
Yeah, they'll do that too.
Wow. Can you imagine
I wonder
that
how much
your whole
you
job all day?
It'd get pretty old pretty fast.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much they get paid. Get paid by here's your pay.
You get paid by the string.
Of light.
Yeah.
Here's a string of lights for you to put up at your house.
Here's a new one. Police find woman hiding. Now she's really in the doghouse. Yes, she was collared in a doghouse.
Nice. Why was she hiding?
A
What'd she
Kentucky
do?
woman faces charges
Kentucky.
after authorities say they found her hiding in an empty doghouse after a dangerous pursuit.
Oh.
Frankfurt police tell local media that 28-year-old Miranda Skinner and 36-year-old Brian Wells led officers on the chase Monday morning, and an officer noticed a license plate that had been reported stolen. Authorities say Skinner, the driver, tried to run over an officer when the suspect's vehicle was briefly stopped.
Dang.
Yeah.
Not cool. What
Police,
the fuck?
yeah, police say the pursuit led the car crashing through a gate at a golf course. The suspects ended up fleeing.
Did they run into Mick Brown
Mick
there?
Brown in the golf cart, yeah. Canine unit found Wells inside the bed of the truck and Skinner inside a doghouse.
Well, of course the dogs are going to find the girl at the
Yeah,
if you hide in a doghouse, dogs are going to go look there first. That's what they do.
You know what, dude? I think we just set a record.
Yeah. Is that
We
it?
just did News of the Weird, and we didn't talk about the state of Florida.
Yeah,
once.
there was no Florida news. I think it fell off.
Maybe they're getting their shit together. I doubt it. That'd be like us getting our shit together. All right, so what do you say we get on out of here with, how about a little bit of Black Sabbath?
Just a little bit.
This is Children of the Grave.
Oh, another happy song.
Yep, on Rock and Metal Revival. So cheerful.
Yeah.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rock and Metal Revival.
All right, kids, it's time once again for talking real metal. Sit down, shut up, and listen to what we're telling you.
Strap on the headphones so you
That's
don't
right.
bother the people sitting next to you.
Exactly, because we don't want to give out our knowledge.
Yeah, you don't want to share this with anybody.
Here's good news for you, buddy. A new White Zombie vinyl box set now that you've got
Now that I got the
turntable.
vinyl going.
Yeah, due out in 2016.
No, but I saw Scorpions
Box set, yeah.
put out a bunch of albums,
Yeah.
but I got to go to the record shop and see if they have them.
Yep.
So that'd be cool.
Black Crows are all coming out on vinyl December 4th.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm saving my pennies.
Okay. Cool.
Anthrax, Motorhead, Queensryche, Quiet Riot, Striper members featured in Here I Go Again movie.
Can't wait to not watch that.
Not watch that. Wasp, Blackie Lawless. It is.
I was going to say I'm going to wait for the movie, but now I think I'll wait for the book.
Yep.
And then I'll ignore that.
It's impossible that any men could have written the Bible without divine inspiration. You know, Blackie's found God.
Yeah, I know. He must be on drugs.
So
That's whoever wrote that fucking book was on drugs too, probably.
Mike Portnoy. Everything I've done in the last 5 years is stuff dreams are made of. Okay.
Has he made a
here's
lot of money?
Yeah, here's a sad note. Former Motorhead drummer Phil Filthy Animal Taylor dies at 61.
Oh, I know. That's sad, man.
That is sad.
Holy cow.
Tour rumor of Megadeth, Suicidal Tendencies, Children of Bodom, and Havoc.
Well, that just
Yeah.
makes me want to skip that.
We're not going to that one. Judas Priest, Glenn Tipton. When we go into a writing session, we never know what we're going to end up with. Well, that's genius.
Hopefully,
really?
we end up with songs.
It's like when we go to do this show, we don't ever know if it's.
We don't know. I don't even know if I hit record.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
We don't know what's going on.
Iron Maiden singer Bruce Dickinson's memoir to be published in 2017.
I'll wait for the movie.
You know he won't be a dick.
No.
No.
Nah, he'll be.
Ex-Rainbow singer Graham Bonnet, no one is happier than I about Richie Blackmore's return to rock. I bet the guy pissed off is Joe Lynn Turner.
Yeah, I bet.
Don Dawkins slams stupid Kardashians, denies sleeping with Bobby Blotzer's ex-wife.
Okay. Well, maybe it was Neely who did that.
Yeah, it could have been. Sister Sin calls it quits. I like that band.
I know. They just fucking put out an album
Yeah, they just were on tour on that tour with Hell Yeah and Slayer and everything. They were one of the bands on that tour.
Yeah, I saw him with Michael Schenker group.
They're a good
and
band.
Lynch Mob. Yeah, they were good.
Alice Cooper guitarist Nita Strauss. No one has ever tried to fuck me to get for me to get a gig. Well, if you want a gig on this, you want a gig? You want a gig on this show? That'll change.
Well, it's gonna. There's gonna be some work getting done.
Yeah.
You might be like at that concert getting your ass eaten.
Oh,
Jugs.
all right. On to the next story. Tony Iommi. I have lived and breathed Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good for you. We already talked about that. Ozzy Osbourne returns to Alamo 30 years after urination arrest.
Just to shit on it.
Yeah, just to see if the stain's
He
still
wants
there.
to see if it's still his. Make sure that he's testing the DNA, making sure it was really
Did he go in the
his.
basement at the Alamo?
I don't know. Why?
You ever been in the basement at the Alamo?
Why? Is there
There isn't one.
Oh.
Steve Vai, Zach Wilde, John Five, Mike Portnoy, Billy Sheehan to perform at Tony McAlpine's benefit concert. That'd be a good show. McAlpine.
Yeah, he's got cancer.
Yeah. that
Great
sucks.
guitar player. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that winds up the news.
Oh, well, shit.
Well, coming up
That
next
didn't
hour,
take long.
we'll talk to Chris from Like a Storm and
Okay.
get more decent music on it. We got a good
didgeridoo.
didgeridoo.
Yeah, that's
right
like
here. I haven't even seen a set. Let's see.
didgeridoo-da, didgeridoo.
What do you say we play some Fozzy?
We could do
It
that.
was Chris Jericho's birthday this week. Let's play some Fozzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
And he's a big fan of the show.
Oh, yeah, he is.
This is his favorite show
yeah,
ever.
yeah. He said
It is,
was
dude.
greatest
He
show
said
ever.
it.
Yeah, greatest show ever.
Listen.
All right.
This portion of Rock and Metal Revival is brought to you by
Holy shit, man, you got to get on that. Life isn't about sex. Life is about children. And passion.
Yeah.
And spirit.
Yeah, life's about passion.
It's not about fucking and balls and pussy. It's about love. It's about people. It's about connection.
It's all about connections.
It's not about cock and ass and tits and butthole pleasures.
It's not about butthole pleasures at all.
It's not about this rusty trombone and the dirty Sanchez.
Please stop.
And the Cincinnati bow tie.
Moosh.
And the pussy juice cocktail. And the shit-stained balls.
Moosh, just please stop.
Just relax.
That's enough.
From the CD Wicked Sensation, there's Lynch Mob and River of Love on Rock and Metal Revival. Man, there's a big dust-up about that fucking thing.
Oh, yeah.
They did a re-release,
Yeah.
and
They pulled the Van Halen.
yeah, they pulled a
Kinda
Van
thing.
Halen. They took Anthony and Mick Brown off everything. All the
That's-
pictures, everything.
That's just bullshit. What a bunch of cowardly, cheesy, childish crap.
Yeah.
You know,
That would be like
really.
if Don Dokken went back through on like
took-
the classic Dokken
took-
albums
took
and took
Lynch
Lynch
off
and Pilson
everything.
and everything, everybody
Yeah.
off it. That's just kind of a dick move.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, oh, now no one will ever know they were on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
You know how Anthony found out?
Huh.
He was in Japan and at a meet and greet, and somebody come up and brought him the remastered copy.
Oh,
and it was
really?
a different color. The
Oh, yeah?
jacket was. So he started looking through it, and it was all pictures of Oni and George and.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did they, like, black them out? Or did
No, they just redid
took-
everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he was a little pissed.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't blame
That's
him.
crap.
Did I tell you what he donated for my fundraiser?
I saw something up there.
Yeah.
about Ace Frehley, something from Ace's
You remember
tour?
They had those flight suits on. You know when they did the Rocket Ride tour.
Oh no! I
Well,
didn't watch
they
it.
had.
Yeah.
Okay, you were at that show.
Oh no!
Yeah, the one we went and saw at the rave.
Oh.
Yeah, the first time we went
okay.
and saw.
Okay.
They had flight suits, and he had Todd Youth's flight suit. There's only 3 of those suits.
Yeah.
Well, one of them we're going to be auctioning off at my fundraiser.
Are you gonna get it?
No.
You want to wear it?
It'd be different if it was Anthony's or if it was Ace's.
Yeah.
But no.
No.
But
Okay.
hey, we'll raise
Somebody
money.
won.
Hey, we'll raise money for the charity, and
Hell yeah.
looking forward. I got a drum head sent to me from Blackstone Cherry. Got a guitar from Cheap Trick. Getting a guitar from Jackal.
No shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have some good
Oh,
stuff.
sweet.
Yeah. So coming up, we're gonna talk to Chris from Like a Storm, and like I said, we've seen Like a Storm with Steel Panther.
band live.
Good band live, and they have a CD out called Awaken the Fire. This one's called Wish You Hell, and if you've ever had an ex, wish them hell. All right, here is Like a Storm on Rock and Metal Revival. From the CD Awaken the Fire, there is Like a Storm and Wish You Hell on Rock and Metal Revival. And Jerry,
It's a beautiful, beautiful love song.
It is a
is.
love song.
It
and,
is, yeah.
we've had the pleasure of seeing Like a Storm in concert a couple times with Steel
Yeah.
Panther, and we want to
Yeah.
welcome Chris from Like a Storm to the show. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much, man. Oh, it was such a love song. It was written about you guys, too.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thank you. We
That's
appreciate
kind of
that.
why
I
we
know.
played that. That's
Yeah.
why we picked that one. We thought it was kind of like,
About us.
Yeah.
Exactly. You made such an impression at Steel Panther that I went home and wrote that song about you.
Hey, we want to thank you for joining us today, Chris. I know you've got quite a crazy schedule. Now, you guys have been on the road what seems like forever. How's it been going out there?
been awesome, man. It's been incredible. Yeah. You know, I mean, we love touring. You know, we love playing live. It's ultimately, you know, what we want to do more than anything. So this year's been crazy. We've been to Europe twice, and we've toured the US basically non-stop the rest of the time. So we head out on our headline tour, which starts tomorrow at the Machine Shop. So it's going to be like an amazing end to the year.
Nice. So a couple of you guys are from New Zealand, eh?
Yeah, we are. Three of us.
Three
of us are from New Zealand.
Nice, nice. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
You like it over here better, or you like it over there better?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're totally different. You know, we love touring here. So, you know, we feel very at home here now. You know, it's an incredible place to tour, and people are really cool. And, you know, New Zealand's, obviously we grew up there, you know, so it's an amazing place to visit. You know, it's a really beautiful country, and, you know, family and friends are there, but they're just two small, like very small islands, and so a tour lasts you about 1.5 days, and then it's time to go home.
Well, you know, Chris, I have a friend who is from New Zealand, and he tells me as long as you get that right and make sure you don't say that we're from Australia. Is there
exactly, man?
Yeah, you don't want to be from there.
No. Now, how long has go ahead.
I was going to say, especially after the World Cup and us beating Australia in the finals of rugby last week.
Oh, nice.
Nice, very nice.
We definitely want to make that distinction that we're from New Zealand.
You know, how long has Like a Storm been around for? Now, did you guys start playing music back when you were in New Zealand? I know you moved over here to North America to pursue music.
Yeah, we did. We started playing, you know, three of us, I guess, kind of mucked around with different friends and that kind of thing, and then we'd always just kind of jam with each other. Like, we'd just have instruments lying around the house as we were growing up. But we started playing together, you know, maybe a year or 6 months before we decided to come up to North America. So, I mean, that would be 8 years ago, something like that. Yeah. 8. Yeah. Yeah, probably. So probably, you know, 8 to 10 years playing together. But, I mean, we've jammed, you know, we've always jammed on stuff together.
Now I know Like a Storm has been getting a lot of play on XM's Octane, and then the local station here in Wisconsin, WJJO, we hear you a lot there. How has mainstream radio been to you?
What's that, man?
I said, how has mainstream radio around the country been for you?
Absolutely incredible. You know, like, amazing. I mean, you know, we make music that we want to play, and we never thought for a second that anyone else would want to play it, let alone like a radio station. You know, it's so when they do, and it's music that you didn't deliberately write to try and get it played on radio. Like, it's Love the Way You Hate Me that has like a minute-long didgeridoo and drum solo and all these like crazy ideas. I mean, when people take a risk on that kind of song, it's just such an incredible feeling. And you know, all the people at the radio stations have been so cool too. You know, I mean, Octane's incredible, and WJJO, like, such amazing people, and so we'll always see them and hang out with them when we go through town. So not only, you know, obviously as a band, getting played on the radio is, you know, such an incredible thing because so many people get to hear, but also, you know, it's cool to do this, especially when our friends and family are on the other side of the world. It's cool to do this and have such a great, like, friendship with these people.
So, whose idea was it to break out the didgeridoo?
It was Matt and mine, I think. I can't remember which one of us came up with the idea, but we were listening to Love the Way You Hate Me, and we kind of got about 2/3 through the song, and we didn't know what the hell to do. We were like, we want to do something different. We want to do something really cool. We had the didgeridoo in the corner, and we were like, you know,
does everybody
a lot of didgeridoo on this record?
That's one thing I don't have. That's one thing I don't have here is a didgeridoo in the corner. Is that something they have everywhere in New Zealand?
No, definitely not. No, I've got a ton of them because I play didgeridoo, you know, so I have, you know, I don't know, a lot. And my friend is an artist, Brian Levitt, and he paints all my didges for me too. So I have,
cool.
like, you know, any different paint jobs we come up with, and like new different kinds of digits we're working on. So, yeah, I have a lot of them. And so basically anywhere I am, there's always at least between 5 and 10 didgeridoos lying around.
Have you ever thought of running? Have you ever thought of miking it and then running that mic through like a wah-wah pedal or something?
Yeah, we have actually. We haven't quite got to that point, but we did try, putting a bunch of effects on it while we were recording it. Try that thing, but at the time, because we'd used a bit of didgeridoo on our first record, and I'd always played it during shows, but we hadn't used a ton of it, so it was kind of like so unique just by itself. Like when we put anything else on it, it started to sound more like a guitar. It almost had less impact.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
but definitely, man, one of these days I'm going to get a full rig just dedicated to didgeridoo.
Yeah, a whole effects rack and shit, and all these pedals. And, that'd be badass.
Exactly, and my didgeridoo will have its own dressing room.
Nice. Now, Chris, I read an article that Awaken the Fire was recorded in some kind of different places, not the normal way an album is recorded. Did you record this all on the road?
Yeah, well, we recorded half of it on the road, like in hotel rooms and that kind of thing, and then the other half we recorded in a lake house in, like, Michigan, Indiana area. So the first half, I mean, when we did, it started as an EP, and that had Love the Way You Hate Me on it. And the EP was just for us while we were touring so that, our fans could hear new music, so that we could play new songs live. We never intended for it to get played on the radio or anything like that. And then, when it did, and it started doing really well, and then Octane picked it up, and it, was number one on their station, then we started thinking about a full-length record. And, we had a bunch of different labels approach us, and, Century Media was really cool, and they really got what we were doing. And they asked us, which studio do you want to do it in? And we were like, well, God, if we can make it on the road, and it's good enough, I guess, to get played on the radio, no one seems to notice, then, let's do something cool, and let's do it in a lake house, do it in a vibe that's totally different to like an expensive studio and being locked away from everything. So that was really cool, man. I mean, we tour so often, and we grew up, surrounded by water in New Zealand, so it was cool to just like have that vibe. Half of it have recorded on tour, playing shows every night, and then the second half just recorded, in this really awesome looking place.
So now with the didgeridoo, you think you should add some cowbell to like every song too?
Oh, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that was our first idea. But it turned out it had already been done. So then we struggled to find an instrument no one had yet played, and we came up with didgeridoo.
Nice. That's a good. That was a good choice, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, honestly, we never thought that it would be as interesting for people, or that people would get it, I guess, because, I love the sound of the didgeridoo, which is why I started playing it, just because it was so hypnotic and so unique. And so, I guess, like, primal. And then we started putting it in the music, and we were like, this sounds incredible. I can't believe, nobody's ever done this before. But we kind of thought that we were just delusional. We thought it sounded amazing, but to other people it might be the worst idea ever, and then when other people started, I guess, reacting to it the same way we did, it was pretty cool. It was like, thank God it went that way.
Really?
Hey, Chris, if people want to keep up with what's going on with Like a Storm, where's the best place to find out information about you guys?
I'm very glad you asked. Well, they just stalk us around the country. That's probably the best way. They'll see the bus rolling into the venue, and they just follow that for the rest of the month. But
there you go.
Other than that, I mean, likeastorm.com, Like a Storm on Facebook. I don't know. We got Twitter. We got everything, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I guess people out there will probably be better at finding us than I am, because I still don't know what half of those are.
All right. Well, Chris, we appreciate you coming on the show. And we're going to play Love the Way You Hate Me right now. And we hope to see you out on the road again real soon.
Thank you so much, man. Hey, this is Chris from Like a Storm. We're talking all things didgeridoo on Rock and Metal Revival.
There's Saint Asonia and their song Better Place on Rock and Metal Revival. And, you know, that's a band, members of 3 Days Grace and Stained and, you know, Mike Mushak that played with...
Newstead.
Yeah. He's in that band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Very cool band. Great band live. And if you get a chance to go out and see them, go see them. We want to thank Chris from Like a Storm for showing up on the show.
Yeah, that was cool.
Very
Learned
cool.
a lot about didgeridoos.
And if you're from New Zealand, you don't want to be called you're from Australia.
Yeah, you don't want anything to do with that.
No.
Yeah.
But next week we're going to have Chris again from the band Outlaws and Moonshine.
Oh, different band.
Different band.
Different
yeah.
Chris too.
But
Same name.
Same name.
Not last name. And he's not from New Zealand either.
No, he's from Indiana. Long ways apart.
Oh,
different,
yeah.
Totally different thing.
Yeah.
But we want to add, go out on a kind of a serious note. You want to take this?
Yeah, we just found out yesterday that Dolores Rhodes passed away. And, you know, that was Randy Rhodes' mom, and it's pretty sad news.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things I read on Facebook yesterday was somebody said that Randy would be there playing D for her as she crossed into heaven. And
that would be cool.
That'd be very cool, and we want to send our condolences out to Kelly Rhodes and the whole Rhodes family.
Yeah, we both know what it's like to lose a mom. So
yeah.
It's not a good time for them, man.
Not
So
at all.
Send them your prayers.
Yep, and don't want to end it on a downer, but we did want to, make mention of that. And as we always say, don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Here's D from Randy Rhodes, ending this edition of the Rock and Metal Revival.
This brings to an end another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell two. Until next time, this is Rock and Metal Revival.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Mega Rock Radios on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noise Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations. Enjoy this edition of Rock and Metal Revival.